避けようのない死。逃げようのない終わり。結末を前にしたとき、本質は現れる。祈りも救いも不要。戦いは今日、ここで終わる。その狭間で、どうか見せてほしい。かつてそうであったように。人間のすべてが、絶望の中で光を見出せるのかを。
She ate her baby, man. She ate her baby. That ain't cool. That ain't cool, man. It's fucked up. She's fucked up, man. I ain't about that life. I ain't about that life, man. That ain't right. That's wrong. That's just wrong, man. You don't do that. That's fucked. Oh, God. Again, somehow I was able to win. More accurately, I somehow managed to stay alive. That was the most powerful opponent I faced up till now. And being asked who I was shocked me a little. However, with the support of my servant and Rin, I have come to realise that I can only go forward. Even if my only reason for doing so is that I fear death. I have a servant to fight for me, and a beautiful talented girl to help me. For now, I need to forget about my past, and just continue forward as a master. You'll be nice, you'll be nice. If my fucking servant told me her noble phantasm. Alright, who am I fighting this time? Who am I fighting this time? The good old bulletin board with that all too familiar white sheet of paper. This time I don't even have to look at the name to know my opponent or to know who my opponent is. The moment I walked in, I was assaulted by the murderous aura I associate with that man. Hey, buddy! His cold, callous eyes radiate a predatory gaze. None of the other masters tried to intimidate me quite like this. My skin prickles like thousands of invisible needles have struck the nape of my neck and chest. You're not flinching. You've improved. That's what makes Magi so special. They can make extreme progress in just a short period of time. As the man walks toward me, the air grows more oppressive with each step until I can hardly breathe. But that ends now. He whispers in my ear as he passes, close enough to touch my shoulder. The world, the Holy Grail, will be Leo's. There will be no deviation from this course. Unable to look, unable to breathe, I wait for his malevolent presence to slowly fade as he walks away. A dismal human being, his methods thus far have contained no beauty. My servant speaks with disdain. Let us show him the liveliness of battle, spreading flowers and song on the battlefield. Abe, tell me your fucking name and your noble phantasm, madam. Such pomp is just as well, for it will also be his funeral. Jeez, as always, she has a knack for ignoring my insecurities and rambling on. But if she's trying to inspire me, that counts as being supportive. As soon as I arrive at the nurse's office, I tell Rin about my next opponent. When I tell her that my next opponent is Julius, her expression becomes grim.
So,
I see. So you are paired with him after all. He is the Harway family's hatchet man, an assassin who only strikes in the shadows. He is a more formidable opponent than even Leo, and has killed many of my fellow insurgents. As a master, he is the polar opposite of you. So, yeah, show any empathy, and you're as good as dead. Recalling that foreboding sense of death sends chills racing through my spine. To be blunt, even I'm not nearly as experienced as he is. Also, life means nothing to him. Things that might confound most people won't work on him, but I'll do what I can to help you. After all, I'm pretty much healed and I have nothing better to do. Anyway, try not to get killed. It's not totally hopeless. I'm sure we'll be able to figure out a way to give you an edge somehow. Electronic chime sounds from my terminal. Ah, yeah, cipher key. I found myself recalling Julius's hollow, vacant stare. My opponent is a real assassin. One mistake, and I might as well cut my own throat and save him the trouble of doing it for me. But I can't worry about that now. I have to go to the arena and find my first trigger. Where's Sakura? What? You here to leech supplies? Here, take this. Try not to waste it. I mean, I'll take it. Oh wait, no, there's she fucking blended in. And yes, I realised purple somehow blended into white for me. Leave me alone. Oh dear. When I tried to tidy up, Tosaka yelled at me. I'm worried that she'll chase away all the other masters who use the nurse's office. Alright. If you have another hand out, go away. There's nothing left to give anyway. Alright. I have no more SP points. Okay. So I guess I just... You got anything from me? Akano Kusanami, you still remain. There are 8 masters left now, and you are more superior. Yeah, you are more superior mages than I thought. Why, thank you.
時に奏者よ。そなたはなかなかに見どころがあるな。やはり道具は消費してこそだ。食事も娯楽もとにかく際限なく消費するから楽しいのだ。世を召喚したのもその気質ゆえか。ともあれ、もっと浪費するがよい。浪費上手は人生上手だ。ま、短く終わる一生ではあるが。
Okay, so YOLO has been said by this woman. Alright. Alright, this woman has now said YOLO. I accept that, I guess. Wait, no, I don't have anything. Yeah, I don't have anything. Why did I... Anything? Almost against my will, I find myself wanting to ask these sisters another question. Both of them seem to be extremely powerful magi, but why does the Sith allow their existence? Ah yeah, me and the Oxygen Thief. Unlike us, you masters entered through a specific gateway. As you're here for the Holy Grail War, you can only access specific parts of the Moon Cell. It's a little different from us. We're not here for the Holy Grail, but for the Moon Cell's network. In exchange for access to the network, we agreed to assist the masters competing for the Grail. But until someone wins the damn thing, we're stuck here the same as the rest of you. I see. Although not part of the Holy Grail War, they have been given master status. But what's so important to them that they will willingly choose to be trapped inside the Moon Cell? Didn't I already tell you? I'm looking for someone. A friend of a friend who fell afoul of here. All I had to do was... What had gone was part of their mind had been ensnared in the virtual world, so here I am. As for me, I sensed a potential shift in the future and came here to make sure nothing came of it. These are references, I guess, from previous works, but I don't know. My detestable older sister showed up at the same time, so we decided to set up shop here. Now I'm kind of forced to stay here, so I can keep an eye on her as well. This woman is hateful and evil, and her research is more Robert J. White than Mariah Carey. What? Marie Carey. Mary Carey. I don't know. Mary Curie. I don't know. Well, break time's over. I need to keep searching. You two keep the chit chat to a minimum. In an obvious attempt to end further conversation, Toko Aozaki loudly clears her throat. What's more disturbing than her rudeness is the fact that she never denied Ako's accusation. Alright, so we go do the thing. Tiger? No tiger. Okay, we go do the thing. Now that we've reached round 5, there are only a handful of people left on the campus. Including you, there are 8 masters left. Who knows? Alright, facing each other next. Nah, you're gonna die probably. I guess we'll have to wait and see, huh? Nah, you're gonna die. Nah, you're gonna die. I'll never see your ass again. Praetor, there is something that I must tell you about the arena. Never mind. It's nothing. Our enemy has just changed position, so be on guard. I mean, okay. Oh yeah, good music. Is that the enemy? No, I must be imagining things. Praetor, I feel uneasy. If there is indeed an enemy there, we may be in danger. Let's proceed cautiously. That familiar black cloak strides into my field of vision. There's no mistaking that form, that gaze. It is none other than Julius, but even though we're in the arena, there's no sign of his servant. What could this... What a slimy predatory aura. What pride to appear before us without a servant. Predator, let us make quick work. That's my line. What? Oh, okay. Okay, that was quick. What just happened? In the space of a second, the air grew thick, and I hear a thud, as if something big hit the floor. But there was nothing there. But there's no mistaking it. There's no mistaking that Saber has collapsed onto the floor. I couldn't see the enemy. It's over. Let's go. Hmm? Not satisfied? Do you want to slice off their heads too? No, there's no need. I've hit their heart, which is enough, but... Yeah, that's enough. They're as good as dead. I see, let's go then. Maybe it was my imagination, but Julius barely glanced at me before walking off. Julius turned away from me, melting back into the dimly lit passages like some kind of apparition. That voice must have belonged to Julius' servant. He said something pretty ominous. They're as good as dead. Saber isn't moving. I can't think of anything but that terrible sight. My strong, capable servant is lying helpless on the floor. We just came out the wrong side of a surprise attack. I can't believe what I'm seeing. This can't be real. It's a dream, right? No, I can't wake up from this dream. It's real. What happened? How could I have been... I suppose this is the work of an assassin. But how did he eradicate his presence so fully? You see, maybe now if you're working at full capacity, if you told me your fucking name, your noble phantasm, then maybe this couldn't have happened. Just saying. I'm just saying. Saber haltingly gets up. It's clear that she is worse for wear. I'm sorry, Predator. However, I'm glad you are fine. Saber? Seeing that I am safe, Saber sighs in relief and collapses again. I have to fix my servant as soon as possible. Saber rasps out the words as if forming them is taxing. Even though she's just been attacked by an enemy servant, she's still more worried about me. We got 9% in. Alright. Also 28. 28. We're at 25 now. We can get there. We can get there. I haven't processed yesterday's event yet. Saber fell asleep yesterday in our private room, but it's morning and my servant isn't awake yet. That's the problem. Looking at my servant, the words of Judas's invisible servant taunt me. Death is inescapable. Or inescapable. Death. Is Saber gonna die? The strong wise servant who's always defended stupid me might really die. As much as my heart wants to deny it, my brain can't. Saber sucks in laboured breaths, but doesn't awaken. I have to do something. Knowing that I have to do something doesn't mean I know what to do. When I rush out of the room to collect my thoughts, I run into a concerned looking Rin. Morning, Hakuno. Oh, it's you, Rin. Good morning. I absently-mindedly reply. What kind of greeting is that? Anyway, you don't look too good. Did something happen? Yeah, Saber got fucked up. Rin's worried tone jumpstarts my addled mind into processing things again. The first thing I notice is that my face is stiff with worry. But lately I turn and greeted Rin with a smile. I'm glad to see you up and about. Yeah, I'm fine. I've gotten enough rest now. Now it's you I'm worried about, Hakuno. What happened? I mean, I lost my servant already. I told you I'd help you. Rin did in fact say that. But did she really mean it? That made me repeat myself. Yeah, I meant it. I'm fighting through you now. If it's a choice between you or Leo, for getting the Holy Grail, I'm signing with you. Got any complaints? I don't have any objections. In fact, I'm deeply grateful that I can draw on a master as strong as Rin. Okay, just so you don't ask again, I don't want Leo to get the Grail, so I'm helping you win. Not a bad partnership, right? Alright then, let me borrow your computer terminal. I hand her the terminal. Rin mutters a couple of things and the terminal blinks. What does she do? I linked your terminal with mine. Oh, yay! And now you should be able to communicate, even when you're in the arena. Cool. The ability to communicate at any time is reassuring. Rin smiles a bit when I thank her. It's no big deal, okay? Anyway, I don't sense your servant. What's up with that? Yeah, she got fucked. That's right. Rin may know a way to revive Saber. What? Your servant was attacked by Julius. Is your servant going to be okay? When I tell her my servant is still asleep in our private room, Rin ruminates for a moment. Your servant is still asleep in your private room. Take me there right now. I may know a way to revive your injured servant. Definitely not saying no to that. I nod curtly and accompany Rin to my private room. Saber should still be asleep there. This is some new type of virus? No, it's more like energy that has its own will. Tainted blood. This is a lot worse than I thought. It's like a tornado upended all of the magic circuits in her body. Oh, that sounds fun. Meaning the conduits that provide magic from you to your servant no longer function properly. The checks getting lost in the mail, so to speak. A servant's body is sustained by a flow of magic from their master. Without that magic, they fade. Your servant is sustaining their body on their own magic reserves right now. But that source is finite. Unless supply from their master resumes, they'll only last a few more days. Okay, I grasp the situation. I'll compose a plan of action, so come see me on the rooftop later. Rin leaves the room, the look on her face solemn. Frustration at my powerlessness wells up every time I see Saber in pain, but it's accompanied by the urge for me to get help fast. With Rin's help this evening, I'll form a plan of action. It's been hours since I spoke with Rin about it. Maybe she's found a way to help my servant. I guess I should head to the rooftop. Ah, yeah. This is fun times. Oh, I see you're in fine health. Are you alone? Wherever might your servant be? I toil around to find the source of the voice, but there's no one there. I don't sense anyone. But there's no mistaking that that voice was Judas' servant. In other words, the malicious unknown man who incapacitated Saber yesterday. Just hearing the sound of his voice petrifies me and makes me break out into a cold sweat. I try to flee, but my body rejects the command. No need to be so tense. I merely happen to be taking a leisurely stroll on my own. So he's saying, if Judas isn't there, commanding him too, he isn't interested in fighting me. Why such surprise? I'm not so savage to deal death where there's no need. Although I do applaud that you've learned to be much more cautious after your fight with Julius. He and I are kindred spirits, but I wouldn't be able to sleep at night if I killed as often as him. The unseen servant laughs heartedly. I get the impression that he's not the unrestrained killer Julius is. Listen, I only kill one person every fight. That means just one person will unequivocally die. But it seems that your servant still lives. Take pride in that servant, oh great magus, for they evaded my fist, if only for an instant. It's a pity that I will be forced to kill an opponent I have enjoyed more than any before. A pity? Maybe Judas' servant isn't the mad hellhound I thought he was. Then maybe he'd be willing to heal my injured saber. Stay your request. As much as I'd like to assist you, my fists bring only destruction. My fists are murderous things, only able to rend the flesh and break the bone from the body. The number that have survived is 0, so as you see, I am no honourable warrior, just an executioner. So you must aid your servant with your own hands if I am able to have an enjoyable fight. Good day then. I enthusiastically anticipate you and your servant's eventual retaliation. After those last words, the air suddenly is suddenly a stench. Did he leave? Anyway, right now there's no sense in standing around and wallowing in my own powerlessness. Well, that was fun. Sorry about making you come all the way here, but I'm pretty much stuck here for now. To put it bluntly, Saber's remaining magic is at less than 10% of normal. If they don't get an infusion of magic soon, they'll be essentially dead by the end of tomorrow. Dead by tomorrow. Whatever the case, what can I do before tomorrow comes? How can I supply my magic? I mean, there's ways. Mana transfers exist. There's ways. If you know fate, there's ways. But don't panic just yet. All we need to do is find them temporary supply of magic. Mana transfer. I can tell Rin is confident in her knowledge. If she knows a way to do this, I'm all for it.
So,
Is that so? Alright then, let's do it. I should probably let you know what's going to happen. For a moment, Rin looks down, but then continues as if she's come to a decision. For a short time, I'll send magic to Saber. As a former master, this shouldn't be a problem. Rin will be using her own powers. That seems really unfathomable. I wonder if she can redo it. Honestly, even after hearing what she plans to do, I can't begin to imagine how it'll work. Yeah, of course it will. It'll be a cakewalk, that's right. It'll be nothing. My connection will run through your servant, but that's just a matter of schematics and such. Rin pats herself on the cheeks repeatedly, as if to psych herself up. It may seem like a big deal and all, but now is definitely not the time for hesitation. So, what do you need me to do? First, head to the arena. Find an area that will be easy to hack into, and then set this up. As she says this, she hands me a black cube. And this is something that will hopefully bypass the arena security and allow me to send magic there. For now, head inside the arena. I'll fill you in on the details once you're there. I'm glad I spoke with Rin. I'm sure everything will turn out okay, somehow. For now, I better head to the arena, like Rin said. Okay. Ah, yeah, Tiger! You look dejected. I know what to cheer you up. Do me another favour. So, what... Alright. You're such a kind person, and kudos for staying positive. About my humble requests, I would like you to track down something another student lost. It was a digital representation of a coin that has been in their family for countless generations. The item in question will be deleted in 2 days, so don't take too long to find it. Okay. Alright. Alright, so I guess we're just going in then. This is gonna be fun.